A new map, a new hunter, new skins, and tons of more content. Let's begin. Welcome back everyone. Let's talk about what we're getting this week because that's actually one of the smaller parts of this entire video. We've got a lot to talk about for the future. So let's talk about this week. One of the minor things we're getting this week is we're getting the final push event, and that is the event that goes before the week of the new season, meaning that we'll get extra logic points and other stuff like that. We are also getting the last week of the Halloween event, meaning that we're getting the 3 accessories that they promised us quite a while ago at this point. These A tier accessories are for Prisoner, Priestess, and Doctor. The Prisoner accessory gives your electric connection a green glow. The Priestess accessory makes your portals into pink swirly candies. And Doctor's accessory makes your healing cause pumpkins to appear at your feet and float around you. Another thing that we're getting this week is we're getting Violinist's character day. That will probably be his 3rd or 4th character day. I think it's his 3rd one. So that's also very exciting. Let's talk about what's coming from the future, because as far as I know, that's all we're getting this week. They might add some minor changes, maybe some adjustments. Maybe they will bring over the survivor adjustments that they've added to the test server. I'm unsure if that's going to be the case though. In the future, we're going to be getting tons of stuff because they just revealed to us Fool's Gold's abilities. This is the new hunter that's coming in November 2nd, and his abilities are very curious. His abilities revolve around using his pickaxe and throwing it at the walls to cause kind of cracks in the wall and then do chip damage to survivors. So let's talk about those abilities. His passive Unstable Ground. When hitting a wall or object that is valid with his pickaxe, it will cause unstable ground on that object and surrounding objects to that one. Hitting the unstable ground or recalling your pickaxe if you threw it will cause the effect Collapse. Let's talk about the passive Collapse. This passive will cause nearby survivors of the kind of earthquake effect that is caused by the collapse to take 0.5 normal attack damage. That's 1 chip hit. So this is his main mechanic here. He's able to do damage if survivors are near a broken wall that he hits. His first ability is Magnetic Conduction. You can throw the special pickaxe, and if it hits certain objects, it will cause unstable ground or collapse, depending on if it's been broken already or if it's completely fine. Missing a valid target, so missing an object that can't have unstable ground, so that would be like the ground or maybe some certain objects like small objects, will shorten the cooldown of his ability upon recalling the pickaxe. He'll have a shorter cooldown if he misses his ability. This ability also has the passive effect of Magnetic Extension, meaning that his pickaxe can remain away from the hunter, Fool's Gold, for around 10 seconds. And even though he doesn't actually have his weapon, he can still use basic attacks to be able to hit the survivors, and he can also break pallets, vault windows, and more. If the timer ends or he gets too far away from his pickaxe, it will come back to him, and that's all it does. His other abilities are ability Attraction. Fool's Gold can pull himself towards his pickaxe, causing the pickaxe to return to him. So he kind of dashes towards the pickaxe, and then the pickaxe flies back to him. It's kind of like a Dash Thor effect. It's very, very weird. Another ability is the Magnetic Conversion ability. He can cast a rock at range that causes unstable ground around it that lasts around 30 seconds. This rock can be used to create unstable ground and extend the effects to multiple walls. So you can use this and drop like a radius rock that connects 2 different walls that are broken, meaning that if you hit one wall, it will transfer to the other wall and also around that small radius of that rock you cast. It's a very weird ability to explain, but if once you've seen it, you'll go like, ah, okay, that makes complete sense. His final ability is Instant Reaction. Fool's Gold charges up his pickaxe to cause an instant collapse on any valid object that the pickaxe is thrown at, also causing unstable ground to that object. He can just charge up his pickaxe now and throw it at any object that hasn't been broken yet, and it will instantly cause unstable ground, so the cracks in the object, and also damage any survivors next to it. So this means he can do it a little bit faster. I believe this is his full presence ability. On the topic of Fool's Gold, they also revealed Season 29 Essence 1 and all of the skins that are coming along with it. Of course, Fool's Gold is getting the S tier skin, and it's called Infernal Sin. We got the A tier skin for Dancer called Mystic Flame, and the A tier for Naiad called Demon Bane. You guys can see it is like a hell themed essence. We also got to see that there's an S tier skin coming for Prospector that they revealed. It's on the theme of Season 29 Essence 1, but it's not going to be in the essence itself. It's actually going to be part of an event. I believe it's a free skin as far as I can tell, as long as you kind of get the right currency for it in the event. This skin is called the Orphan of Goetia, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not really sure. You guys can tell me in the comments. Later on, I'll talk about a little bit more how you get this skin, but let's talk about what else we got revealed, because we also had the new map revealed called Krayberg Racecourse. This should be releasing on the same day as the new season, so November 2nd. I got to test this map out live on stream. If you want to go and check that one, it will be one of my most recent streams. I might even put it as a card above so you guys can click on it. I got to test all of the adjustments for survivors and also this new map. It's got really cool things, including really weird features such as a massive middle cipher machine that if you complete that middle cipher machine, it will cause all survivors to get a 7% increased decoding speed permanently. It also loses progress if you let go of it. It's very, very interesting. They've added slides under some hills on this map, and there is a horse race section where you can actually ride horses similar to a tram, but you actually can control it, and the hunter can get on a black horse, survivors get on a brown horse, and the hunters can actually run you off the track. Once you've seen it in my stream, you'll understand exactly how it works. As I mentioned before, there are some survivor adjustments that they've added to the test server. I'm not going to talk about all of those adjustments. There are nerfs, there are some buffs, there are some complete reworks. Toy Merchant is getting a buff, Mind's Eye is getting new abilities, Novelist is getting his abilities completely reworked, Mercenary's been nerfed, and Seer has also been nerfed. Violinist has had a buff, and Opera Singer has had a nerf. Is that not enough content for you? Well, don't worry, we've got even more to talk about, because they also revealed Season 29's Logic Path and the skin that's coming along with that. Last week we talked about, or previous weeks we talked about how Violinist was rumored to be getting the skin. Well, Violinist's skin has been revealed, and it's called Unbridled Romance. It's like a jester theme skin with like a leather jacket. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very, very cool. There is a B tier accessory that is like a cage with a rose inside of it, and of course there's a portrait and portrait frame themed around this skin. They revealed the appearance of the accessories for Season 29's Rank Rewards. The S tier accessory is for Barmaid, and it's called Mystical Mixers. It's like a bird, or like a dream bird with neon drinks on its back. It's kind of interesting. I'm wondering what the effects are going to be. There's an A tier accessory for Undead called Mechanical Arm. Finally, he's getting an accessory. I'm really excited about this. And there's an A tier accessory for Gardener called The Secret. There seems to be a bird's nest wrapped in a peony, but I'm not really sure what it is or what effects could go along with it. Maybe just some petal effects or something simple like that. Of course, along with Fool's Gold's release and the new Essence, there is going to be the Ashes of Memory Chapter 2 event that's coming on November 2nd, and that is going to bring us tons of new stuff, a new event, new game mode or something, like a mini game mode that's only going to be part of the Ashes of Memory Chapter 2 event. In this event, if you log in, you'll receive 10 Season 29 Essence 1, so that's really, really cool. And if you complete event missions, you can claim event tokens that can be used in the store for the event to purchase different rewards. I'll be showing them on the screen right now. I'm not going to talk about them all in detail. I'll probably talk about this a little bit more next week when we are like a couple of days away from this event. But this store will include things like an Entomologist B tier skin, Prospector S Tier skin as far as I can tell, an A tier accessory for Fool's Gold, and emotes for characters and stuff like that. Very, very cool. There's going to be a time limited exclusive match mode, according to Netties, that begins on the new Krayberg Racecourse. So I'm not really sure if this is a new game mode or if it's just a special event where you have to complete some stuff. But anyway, there's also going to be another mode that's called the time limited entertainment mode, the White Steed of Memory, that seems to be related to riding horses. I guess you're going to have to do some horse racing to be able to pick up items on the new map. That content is coming on November 2nd, but there's also new content coming on November 9th. Of course, Fool's Gold will be released to the store on November 9th. That will be 1 week after he's released in the Essence, as is the norm. But there's also going to be another event that is the Darkwoods Embers Rekindled event. That's going to be similar to the Time of Reunion Part 1 event, where you had to kind of kite Nightmare around the map of Darkwoods, where he was a bot and he would chase you. If you played during that event, or if you didn't, Fool's Gold will be chasing you, as far as I can tell, around the map of Darkwoods. He will be able to use all of his abilities, and there are going to be different difficulty levels, meaning that there are going to be stronger AI or weaker AI, and there are going to be a ton of unstable grounds around Darkwoods, causing lots of earthquakes around the map. So you have to be very, very careful. You need to do your best to escape the map. You can team up with your friends, or you can play with bots to complete this event. But if you want to do the higher difficulty levels, you have to be teamed up with friends. Priestess and Thief are apparently going to be banned for this event. I guess they are too broken against AI bots or something like that. As we're getting this event where you have to go against an AI bot, you might need to work out some and cool team compositions that might be able to kite and also decode cipher machines fast enough against Fool's Gold. So check out the video on the screen right now if you want to compare decoders to see which one will help you cipher rush the fastest.